when online scammers, is there a particular personality that they have um, online? Your scammers online, do they have a particular personality? And then should we give them a pass because they got a mental illness?
And so that's exactly what I was talking about with the justification and the context. Just because, like, you don't get a pass because these diagnoses are only to help give context to why you might have done something. So just because you have a particular disorder, you don't get a pass. I just understand some of your thinking patterns and where some of this comes from now, but you're still liable. There are there was a was it I think it was the antisocial personality disorder that is really, when I saw the online, like the scammers, the manipulators, there's people that have been like in jail and like are on now on social media and like manipulating people. Like there's a couple that I know that are they make their whole platform off of lying on other content creators, trying to scam people with certain products that they have. I look at that as antisocial, because it's a pattern. It's a pattern of disregarding the laws, a pattern of irresponsibility, a pattern of lying, manipulating, stealing, all of those things. You can see all of these different areas, and at least if this person has like at least 5 of these 7 characteristics, you're on to something. That's the criteria that's needed to actually diagnose. So yeah, I've seen a couple of content creators that I wouldn't be surprised if within the next 2 years they're in jail.
Really?
Yeah, just because it's blatant lying, it's blatant deception. You can tell that they're scamming people and trying to scam people. That's a little bit different than a narcissist. You know what I mean? Like there was I don't want to say his name anymore because I'm trying to get out of the habit of naming people. There was a content creator that fell from grace because it was discovered that he was a fake dating guru and he had been cheating on his wife and like doing some of the most, if anybody has ever read the wife's accounts of the depression she went through as a result of being attached to this person, it would break your heart. But it doesn't give them a pass. They should be held accountable. But that even in that person is not doing anything illegal. It's just showing their extreme character issues. These people with like, not everybody with antisocial personality disorder, but it's very much known that their personality is more composed of the lying, the stealing, the scamming, the not obeying laws. And it has to be since they were at least the age of 15. So it has to be that type of pattern.
Okay. Wow. I think I know who you're talking about, but I'm not gonna call his name either.
Yeah. I don't want any issues with them. That I handle them the same way I handle narcissists, and I do not engage. I'm trying not to give them any kind of life because they will take it and they'll run with it, and it only serves them better.
Yeah, you mentioned that name one time. They do 4 videos on you,
Yep.
and repeat the same thing over and over. And their cult followers will sit there and watch the same thing over and over.
And it becomes dangerous because their cult followers will literally message you, will threaten you. They get that psychologically intertwined with these personality disorders because they are so manipulative. People don't understand the power of manipulation. Anybody can be manipulated. Nobody is so mentally strong that they can't be broken down. So these narcissists, antisocial people, histrionic people, they have a certain gift for manipulation, and it preys on the weak. They look for the weakness in someone, and then they fill that void that you have with their words or with actions, and then pull that away and have you. It keeps you reaching for more. It keeps you going back for more because you're looking for that gratification from them. It's just, oh man, it's a lot.
It is.
And I love the way Intentional Millionaire says it. The entry into YouTube is just a computer. There is no entry. You know, there is no, hey, let's take a therapy course. Let's do this. Let's do that in order to enter into YouTube. So there's really nothing that can stop anybody from speaking, or stop anybody from thinking in that way. My question to you would be, for those that need to be conscious, like for myself, now I always would tell you, if you see me acting like a fool on my page, you better call me.
Like, sit down now, Stu.
Right. See? Right. What would you advise content creators to constantly stay in the clarity of their mind that they're not giving out the hurt and the poison that I see being eviscerated and done so much, you know, in this space? Because I'm looking more at what's happening in a certain niche within Black YouTube.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit more about that? What are you seeing in that niche?
What I'm seeing in that niche is, I heard Xan the Man talk about, you know, narcissism and everybody, and those terms is always thrown out. Narcissism, depression, read. Average person, and I don't have studies, but I don't think the average person is going to read a book on narcissism. Right. And I think we tend to throw certain, you know, words out, or even say, oh, we got this, but I don't see your YouTube page at 100K, because if everybody needed therapy, they'll be self-consciously aware that they need it. So how do we begin to educate people on self-awareness that they may need, that they will seek the mental health or seek therapy? If that makes sense.
That definitely makes sense. I honestly, if you're talking about this in relation to, with the hopes that some of these content creators that are engaging in some of these practices would take a minute and look inward and reflect and see where some of their motives are coming from. If it's a personality disorder, I really don't think that that's going to happen.
Okay.
I don't think that there's anything that can be done, because everything is, their whole psychology is built on their self-image. So nothing externally can come in and challenge that self-image unless it is something that comes in and is in direct contradiction to it. So I'll give you an example. There was a dating guru out there that was, everybody kind of knows who he is by now.
Right.
But he was engaged, like he built his whole platform. He's a great case study. He built his entire platform on the image of him, and the image he put out there is the perfect man. Looks good, well built, tells women about how much they're queens and how great they are, and how men need to do this and do that and treat them like queens. Everything was bashing the men. So over time he developed this image of he's the guru. He is the alpha man, the one everybody wants to be. When his image was attacked in a way that was irrefutable, where information came out about him cheating and doing all types of things, you saw the most extreme responses to that attack, because it was attack on self-image. So you saw this person he got online, looked all disheveled, looked horrible, wasn't well kept. and started trying to tell every lie that he could think of. He went online, brought his wife with him to validate him. He what else did he come online and do? He did a reaction to himself, a reaction to one of his own videos, telling the audience why they should why they should forgive this person and trust this person.
Right.
And so you see all these patterns that are just completely is disordered. And so I'm saying that to say, like, Uncle Stu, you have a big heart, and I know some of these people you're looking at and you're seeing that they're feeding on gossip, they're feeding on reactions. They think that they're doing something good for people, but in reality they're destroying the community in terms of our relationships, in terms of what our true values should be.
Right.
The only way that we can stop this is to break regular people out of that trance, out of that source of manipulation. That's really because there's nothing that's going to work directly against them unless something comes in and shatters that self-image that was created.
This is Gail at Night. Thank you all for watching, and thank you for supporting. Be sure to click the like button and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and set the bell to all.